out. So I'm going to make sure that the right IP is set. So right now I'm doing what they call ARP spoofing. And here, and basically you have a log file that if anything changes in the log file, it's going to print it on the screen. And then here I'm going to run this version. One moment. I'm going to run this utility called SSL script, and I'll explain what this is in a second. What SSL script is, you know when you go to a secure website? It's using HTTPS, which is secure sockets layer. A lot of companies have both the secure site and which they can access through SSL, and also the same site they can access through HTTP, meaning not SSL, so everything goes in the player. It's not over an encrypted connection. So what this program does is when somebody goes to a secure site, it simply redirects them to the same site, but to the insecure site. So it's not using a secure socket layer, a secure sockets layer, and it's actually putting a fake padlock on the person's browser. And there's no certificate warnings like doing a man-in-the-middle attack. All this program is really doing is stripping off the SSL, because most sites allow you to access the same information whether you're using SSL or not. So let's try to give it a try. So look at the log here. So we'll go on this computer here. We'll bring up a browser. Let's go to like Gmail. And let's type in, everyone have a Gmail account we want to try? Try Mitnick. To have, let's see if this works. See the fake padlock? Now, let me try to blow this up. If you can see it on this side. Now, if I put in my real password, it would have actually connected me, it would have logged me into my Gmail account, but I'm not going to put my real password in and have all of you in my email before I can change it. So, I just put in anything random. So over here, if you look on the screen, right here I put in Mitnick and the password like I love to hack. And so you can sit here, like I'm at a hotel where a lot of people use their wireless networks. I could just ARP poison the entire network at the hotel, and anyone that goes to any secure site, my machine becomes the first router, and then sends it to the real router, and I can intercept anything, and people have no idea because there's no certificate issues because you're not doing that in the middle. Where can you get the software? A guy named Moxie wrote it. It was presented at Black Hat last year, and anybody could download it. A teenager sitting at Starbucks coffee shop can do it. So I don't know, like if even at banks it works. So if we go to like Wachovia, which is a bank in the US, but I'm certainly not going to see it. I'm going to log in, say Mitnick, San Sebastian. I don't have an account here at this time. You'll see the fake padlock on my map. That's fake. Sorry. This here is a fake padlock. That's the SSL script program injected it. And all this garbage,
no, ahora mismo no.
Not garbage, but this is all the information Wachovia posts. And in this slew of information here, right down here, user ID Mitnick, password San Sebastian. Right here. So, it's kind of scary, right? Because you can't even trust sitting at wireless hotspots these days or at the airport. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Oh, I got one more thing to show you. I always forget this. Physical access through social engineering. Another type of attack is getting access to the physical facility by using a social engineering attack, or dressing up in a uniform, maintenance, telephone, a vendor. A lot of companies use vendors for their copy machine maintenance. To find out who their vendor is, calling the company up, saying we're sending out one of our guys to update something on your copy machine, and having them come on site in the uniform, even maybe with a fake badge from that company. And then they bring one of these devices. What is this? This is a hardware keylogger. What this does is you put this between the keyboard and the CPU, essentially, and it logs your keystrokes, 2 million of them. It encrypts them and dates and timestamps them. What is the shortcoming of this device? The hacker or the crook needs to go back to get it, right? Because it's a hardware keylogger. It's not detectable except by physical inspection. There's no software that's going to find it. They actually tried to develop it, but they haven't been successful so far. Now, what has come out in the last year is a different type of keylogger. Notice the size? Why is this keylogger on the left, my left, bigger than this one, which is more advanced? Why? Because this contains a Bluetooth radio, a Bluetooth dongle, class 1 dongle. So you plan it once, and you sit out at the parking lot, and then you're keylogging forever until they find you. So I'm wondering, with the miniaturization of electronics, I'm sure they're going to get the size down. But it's kind of cool that this is now a Bluetooth dongle hardware keylogger. So why is this a concern? It's not usually for people coming on site. It's for employees already existing within the organization that want to steal an administrator's credentials. So they'll actually use this as an inside job to get the information. I remember I was doing some consulting work at a company. It was kind of funny because I had to get the administrator down to the cubicle I was working in. I said, I need you to log in as administrator. I need to install the software. He actually went under the desk and looked at the computer to make sure that I didn't place a hardware keylogger. I thought that was cute because he was smart. He thought of it. But I didn't. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here on my presentation today. I want to thank Vic Berlin. I want to thank Pablo. He's been very kind, and Jose Torres for bringing me out here. I hope my presentation was interesting, and it's been a pleasure.
Very interesting for me.
If anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. And again, thank you very much for being here at my presentation today.
Si queréis,